Okay, now that we have the rank feeder feed burned, or what I like to call a super feed, it's ready to go. We're going to do the next step, which is to create the FeedBurner feed, which is a Google. It's a product of Google's called FeedBurner, where we can actually add a feed and then convert it to a Google FeedBurner feed, and it adds a lot of different functionality. Plus, it's inputting data directly into Google. So these super feeds are great because of the topical and local relevancy that we've created, and associating our properties and our content with that topical and locally relevant content from other people's feeds, right? And static URLs and all that. So that's what's called co-citation, and it's a way to associate our URLs with what we want to add all of that relevancy. All right. And so when we create a FeedBurner feed out of that, we're actually like inputting this data directly into Google, as well as it gives us some additional functionality that's really powerful. And it will also give us an embed code that we can embed into the ad ID page, which means our ad ID page will constantly be updated with every single time somebody posts, or we do a GMB post or whatever. It will update the ad ID page and just add all of that additional relevancy. So very, very powerful. So once you've created the rank feeder feed, you've checked it, everything looks good, then what you want to do is open up Browsio and open up the project for that GMB location, and then open Chrome. And from there, because that's typically where you're going to be working anyways, from Chrome you want to go to feedburner.google.com. I added that as a bookmark. I would recommend that you do the same. If you want for Browsio, just click the plus button, right click, add site, and then type in the name FeedBurner, and then add https://feedburner.google.com. Okay, and then click save, and that way you have it available in case we need to get back to it again easily or quickly. All right, so next you want to take that rank feeder feed, the RSS feed, not the HTML feed. All right, so that's what we copied from rank feeder once we created it. And now you want to go back over to here, and where it says burn a feed right this instant, we're going to paste that in and click next. It's going to take a second to read it. Once it does, you can see how it says the feed title is the same title that we created earlier. So tree service in Bethany, OK. So the feed address, if you have in there, which I think in the process doc I removed in to where it was just the keywords. So in this case, it was tree service or primary keyword city state is how I have it in the process doc. Just do that. It's perfectly fine. We don't need to have in. I just put that in there when I recorded the video, and I don't know why. But anyways, tree service Bethany, okay. So I'm going to get rid of in right there. And then we're going to click next. If for whatever reason it comes back and says that that's unavailable, then what you can do is actually add in between the keyword and the city, you can add a /. And that will likely be available. It's unlikely that anybody else will have burned a feed within FeedBurner with that same slug, or the URL, which is called a slug. That part of it's called a slug. It's unlikely that anybody else has burned that a feed with that same slug. But in the event that that happens, just in between the keyword and the city, put a /, and I can almost guarantee that nobody else has done that, and it will accept that as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it as tree service Bethany, okay. I'm going to click next. Now once you see that, there's the actual feed URL. You can copy that to copy link address, then go back to the secured asset sheet, and I'm actually going to add another column for that. And paste it in. Okay. We don't really need the URL right now, but just put it in the spreadsheet. That way it's always available. Okay. So next, where it's down here, where it says in this blue, where it says skip directly to feed management, we want to click on that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go on two different tabs, optimize and publicize. We're going to start with the optimize tab. Click on that. First thing we're going to do is where it says smart feed activate. Okay, then where it says, I think that might be the last thing we have to do here, and it looks like it is. Yeah, okay. Then next thing we're going to do is go to publicize, and from here we're going to do a couple things. First, go to ping shot, click ping shot, activate. What that does is every single time it detects a new item, it will ping Google to come recrawl it. It does it every 30 minutes anyways. So anyways, just go ahead and do that. And then the next thing we want to do is go where it says Buzz Boost right there. Click on Buzz Boost. All right, and from here, number of items to display from the drop down, I'd like to select 10. Okay, we might want to randomize that a bit and maybe select between 8 and 12. So in the process doc, I'll say select 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. Okay, and again, randomize it a bit so that not every single ad ID page shows the same 10, has the Buzz Boost embed code with 10 feed items showing on the page. We're just going to select at random between 8 and 12. So, again, I usually select 10. So in this case, you know what? I'll select 11. How about that? Okay, open links in a new window. Yeah, that's fine. We don't have to edit that. Display feed title. That's perfect. We don't have to edit that. Display item content, where it says this drop down, you want to select full HTML. Okay. Then where it says display item publication date, that's perfectly fine. Show linked media, no, we don't want that. And then display link to feed, yes, I like to select that because that just essentially puts a link back to that feed that we just pasted, that feed URL, the FeedBurner feed URL. It's just at the bottom of the feed, or I can't remember. It's either, I think it's at the bottom, but it's either at the bottom of the embed code or the top of the embed. I think it's at the bottom of the embed code. It's just a raw link back to the FeedBurner feed URL. So it's just squeezing another link in there. Okay. So I like to select display link to feed and then click activate. Once that's done, there's the embed code right there. So see how quick and easy that was, guys? All you got to do is copy that embed code to clipboard. And then what we're going to do is go open up the HTML file for the ad ID page. And it looks like I need to go find that one. This was for one of the Home Pro stuff. So I'm just going to click File, Open. I'm going to go to the BBM folder in this case. The BBM assets folder. Just go down to Oklahoma City, go to Bethany, add ID, open up index right there. Okay, so now we're just going to open up the HTML file for the ad ID page for this location. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here. We're going to edit this. Now, you can see that we have an H3 tag here, and then we've got 3 embeds with no other H tags or heading tags. So what I want to do is go ahead and add another one in there. So I'm going to add another heading tag. And typically what I like to do is put it somewhere around the press advantage, either above or below the press advantage, guys. Again, do not always do the same thing. In this case, I would recommend that you kind of switch it up. You can either put it above the H tag and so the press advantage is below that, or put it below press advantage. Or you can squeeze it in between one of these. It really doesn't matter. Just what I'm saying is I want you to just select one and switch it up. So in this case, just to kind of switch things up slightly, I'm going to put it underneath the press advantage one. So I'm just going to put my cursor there, and I want to squeeze another H tag in there. So I'm going to click H or add H3. Oops. Do the angle bracket H3. Close angle bracket. And then I'm going to put in Bethany Tree Pros. Let's see. No, I'm going to do Bethany, Oklahoma Tree Service and local news. Okay, something like that. So I'll put the template with tokens in the process doc, and which will just be city, state abbreviation, primary keyword, and then the ampersand sign, local news. Okay, and then we're going to click to close the H3 tag. So angle bracket /H3, close angle bracket. Okay, then come down here, and I don't know if we need a paragraph tag or not. I usually add it, but I don't think we need it for a embed code, but I just add it. So angle bracket P, close, paste the embed code in. Then I'm going to do angle bracket /P and close angle bracket. Okay, and then lastly, before we can click save to update this, guys, because the ad ID page is on HTTPS, you see right here where it says HTTP : we need to get rid of the HTTP part. Okay, so just put your cursor in there and delete HTTP to where it's just source. Oh, you know what? I think we got to get rid of the colon too. Um, stand by for a moment. Yes, I just confirmed it. So you get rid of HTTP colon to where it's source equals quote // just like it shows here for Pearl trees. You want to do that up here. Okay, so again, just if you have any questions about that, just take a look where it says Pearl trees, and that's how you want to do it. You want to get rid of HTTP colon. Okay, so it's just going to be // Now I'm going to go ahead and click save. Now that index file, index.html file has been updated, so I'm going to go log into S3, and I'm going to go to that. So I'm going to go to Amazon S3. I'm going to find Bethany Tree Pros right here. That's the bucket. I'm going to click the checkbox, Actions, Delete. Then I'm going to click Upload, Add Files. I'm going to navigate to that folder. Click Index, double click it to upload it or to add it, and then click Next. From here, where it's from the Manage Public Permissions, click the drop down, select Grant Public Read Access. Click Next again, click Upload. It's going to upload. Then you can click on it, copy the URL, go view it in Firefox. Well, I tell you to view it in Firefox, but honestly, it's better to view this in Chrome. But because Firefox doesn't show, Firefox oftentimes doesn't show the Pearl trees, Pearl trees, and also sometimes like some of the other iframes don't show up in Firefox for some reason. You can see Pearl trees should be here, but you can't really see it. But take a look at this, guys. There's our RSS feed embedded. Now, see, this is what I was talking about. I know I told Joe about this. When we use our GMB auto poster from now on, I like the images that we upload to be resized to around it has to be 400 by 300 or larger. So as long as it's in that neighborhood, like 400 by 300, as much as maybe 600 by 450, somewhere in that range, then it's fine. Because otherwise, it will republish these images huge like this, and it looks dumb. But don't worry about it. We can't control that. We can control the images on the GMB posts. But take a look at that, guys. That feed is now part of our ad ID page, and there's all of this additional relevancy, location relevancy, topical relevancy, all squeezed into the page, and this is going to update on its own as new posts are published by any one of the RSS feeds that we've added to it, which includes our own as well as other people's RSS feeds. So you can see how much power that adds to this page. It's very, very powerful. And so you can see if you want, you can go view this again. By the way, you can go view the actual ad ID page URL if it has a custom domain like this particular location does. So we can actually open this up in Chrome, and we should be able to see I wonder why that didn't update. I wonder if the there it is. I just had to press Control F5, which is the hard refresh, and take a look. There you go. And in Chrome, you can see you can see the Pearl trees page. So take a look at that, guys. Isn't that awesome? So that's it, guys. All you have to do is just double check that the embed code is working for the feed burner. BuzzBoost embed code. All right. So I'm going to have all this in the process doc for you. I don't have the actual written steps done yet, but I'm going to add those for you. And then that's it, guys. It's a very simple process. It just takes a little bit of time. The hardest part is collecting the RSS feeds. That's time consuming. But actually creating the RSS feed in RankFeed is rather simple. And then running through the feed burner process is rather quick too. So anyways, if you have any questions, certainly reach out and let me know, and I'll try to get you some help. Thanks.